2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Thrive. This is our 5th episode and we're very excited to have you here. This topic tonight is hidden gems of the UK. We've got 3 guests who will share their thoughts. Just to let you know, it is a hot one here today. It's very hot. We've reached temperatures of 30 degrees, so if you see us fanning ourselves, that will be why. We're very excited still to have you here. We hope you're somewhere cool with a fan or a nice drink, and then you can watch us. Perfect.
I just wanna thrive here, grow into my space and bloom. Don't just wanna survive here. We're gonna see each other through. The world is for me and you. I just wanna thrive here, grow into my space and bloom. Don't just wanna survive here. We're gonna see each other through. The world is for me and you.
Right. We've got 3 beautiful guests here today. The first is Georgia Davies. Hello. Hi there. The second is Jackie Perkins.
Hello.
And the third is Katie Taylor. Welcome.
Hello there.
So before we get started with asking them questions, I've got a question to ask you, ready for part 2. So you're only allowed to pick one answer. I want you to have a think. Would you have a discussion with animals or plants? So remember, you can only pick one answer. Please let us know in the comments. So now I'm going to have a discussion about the hidden gems of the UK and discovering those best kept secrets. So for example, we've got Wales, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, so many different places in the UK. People think, oh, there's a lot of ugly places, but no, there's so many gorgeous places. And so please tell me, where would you go? So there's one place I can think of called Hell's Fire Cave, and that's over in High Wycombe. I've been there twice. And it is a cave, and you go in and you have to go down. It's really, really deep. How far? Oh, I would say about a good 5 hours. It's really, really dark. It's full of lights.
Do you mean like a cave? You go inside it? Oh wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah, and you go round the edges. And when I sort of researched it, it was back to sort of, I think a bride was killed there by a man or something. Back in the 1800s, and so people say that it's haunted. Oh, so that's similar to the film by Tim Burton. Is it linked to that? So yes, I think it's very, very similar. There's a bit sort of like a prison in there, and there's one part of it, well, it's massive, and it's like a meeting point or something. A meeting place in the cave, yeah, right in there. And it doesn't
So do you mean people can rent that space to have a meeting?
I have no idea.
How weird.
So you've been there, right? Yeah, twice. At Halloween. Ah, I see, okay. So it's called Hell's Fire Cave. And how did it get that name? I really don't know. I think it's linked to that sort of haunted television programme. They've been there as well. Oh no, I don't know if I could go.
No.
That's a
I'd be
scary
terrified.
secret. I went with my friends and I was quite scared, to be honest. We were just sort of following each other in a line. The same, imagine if you're deaf and the lights
they
are
turn
off.
the lights off.
You're feeling the
couldn't
walls.
do that.
Oh, it's frightening, but amazing. What about you? Is there any best kept secret places? Ones that are scary?
I wouldn't be going to a place like that. I'd be so scared. I've been in caves before, but not with the scary story. I like the sort of beautiful, the kind of magicness about it, but not that scariness. Yeah, no, likewise. Like a cave that you can sort of see, but not down into the depths. No, thank you. I'll stay where it's nice and big and then I can easily get out. Oh no, not into small spaces.
Yeah, don't want to be in a little
No
square.
way.
When I was a teenager, we went on a school trip, and there was like a gap that was like a letterbox size. We had to squeeze in. It was frightening as anything.
Oh God.
I mean, we were teenagers, we were obviously quite slim anyway, but if we had to be brave, I wouldn't do that now. Completely different experience now. I'd be as frightened as anything. So what's your best kept secret place?
I think I'm like Georgia, maybe he's interested in horror. I'm more into the easy life, to be honest. I love the kind of architectural interests that really amaze me from the history. At that, you know, in the past, years and years and years to make buildings, and sometimes it's really sad to see how they sort of get demolished so quickly. But I really like the places that preserve them, the amazing architects that kind of keep buildings going. So like Margate, it's a really, really popular thing in the past, sort of 1900s, maybe 1940s onwards, it became quite popular. But then obviously after that, people went abroad more for holidays, so it kind of became a bit more derelict. I think they're trying to sort of encourage people to go back again, and for me, that's my sort of favourite places to visit. They have a place there called Dreamland. Have you been there? It's in Margate. Dreamland. Oh, I love it. I keep going back, and I'm just amazed by their philosophy they had back then. It was a fairground, a park, and they had amusements there. It's an incredible place.
Oh, I think I've been
I think
there
they had
once.
a fire that demolished it all, and the council sort of gave up on it. So it's now really, really run down. So I'd say it was about 15 years ago. Somebody then decided actually they wanted to renovate it. They did a load of fundraising, and bit by bit they've started to build this back. They've made rides exactly the same as it was back then. And I just think that's so amazing. You know, it's not just like, oh, wipe it clean and start fresh. They've actually looked into what they had there in the past, and they're trying to replicate it, finding the same fairground rides and bringing them back to that location. I think that is definitely worth keeping. It's such a lovely thing to do. We need that. We need to sort of preserve our history. It's part of us, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And so the...
Oh no, it's about 1940s. It's like very retro now, but at the time it was really new. But yeah, I'd say 40s, 50s. But people now book it just to go and take photographs there. It's, you know, obviously a little bit modernised and it's very colourful, but it's lovely. So that's my kind of thing, really. I want to keep things like that going. And I just think we have to go, you'll have to go one day and have a look. Make sure it's open, obviously, because you don't want to get there and be disappointed.
So you said you like the old buildings and looking at the old historical places.
I do value like the cities and things like that, but at the moment, the 1940s and 50s, that for me is the most impressive. Not just, you know, quick build and then tear it down. Before, the historic things that we keep, sort of 1940s to 60s, something went wrong with the kind of modern architects. You know, people wanted to kind of modernise everything, but for me, I just think, no, keep that part of history. Not a massive fan of modern buildings, to be honest, but Dreamland is absolutely worth going to look at.
Yeah, you said was the 1940s and the retro buildings. Before that, we had Art Deco and the Art Deco period. And people would go many times to look at buildings. Say, like in London, there'd be those narrow streets and alleyways, and you could just turn around and there's a beautiful Art Deco building. It's just hidden. You wouldn't even know it was there, especially where all these high rises are, and it's just hidden right around the corner.
Yeah, and lots of people don't even look up. They're walking around, their heads in their phones, or rushing to work, rushing through life. You need to stop and look up and really take it in, because you'll see things you've never seen before. I just think it's absolutely amazing how you can actually mix the old and the new place as well, can't you? Like you mentioned about the Art Deco, Dreamland actually looks a little bit Art Deco. It's not, but it looks like that sort of style with the shapes. I think you'll have to see it, you'll be amazed. Hopefully you will be anyway.
Oh, I want to go there. So what about your place?
I am the opposite, to be honest. I love nature. I like being around rocks and trees and mountains, so that's it for me. So my hidden gem is, you know, going to lots of different beaches. I love it. So, for example, in Bamberg Castle, That's in Northumberland. And just the landscape around it, there's nobody there. You know, it's like I've got the beach to myself, and with the dog, there's a massive castle.
Lovely.
Oh, I just love it. But there's one place that's hidden. It's really, really difficult to find. So you actually need a boat. And it's in northwest Scotland. There's lots of different islands up there in the Inner Hebrides and the Outer Hebrides. They've got a number of different islands, and you can get a ferry over there. There's not many, so you have to book in advance, like a year in advance. They go so quickly.
What?
And then you get a tiny little boat, a second one, over to a tiny island called Staffa.
Staffa, okay.
And then the next one is Lunga. So those two amazing places are so worth visiting, because Lunga has like a massive cliff edge. You have to walk up a little bit to get to. And they have puffins. You know, puffins, oh, beautiful. They're flying all over the place. And I was sitting there on this cliff edge, and two little puffins were just bouncing around my feet. They were so close. And they're not frightened,
Wow.
because there's not other animals and people that sort of live there. There's no people over there. So that's on Lunga. But on Staffa, have you heard of
the columns, like
the
in
columns?
the Giant's Causeway.
It's so similar there. And that's what Staffa looks like. And they have caves inside where the sea will wash into the cave. And I've been there. It's just absolutely fascinating. Like, it's like the natural beauty, but it looks like it's been designed. You know, like planned meticulously, and oh, it's just amazing that that's natural rock that gets worn away over time. And the colour changes, so
Wow.
that's what I really, really love. But Staffa is very, very difficult to get there, but it's an amazing place.
Is it expensive, could I ask?
Not if you plan, no. But it's the location. Once you get there, you need to go to the Isle of Mull and get the ferry. And it's like anywhere, you know, there's beaches, you can go on a boat, hop over to different islands. It's not expensive, but you do have to plan how to get there. You can't just sort of decide one day to go. You've got to plan in advance and make sure you've booked everything.
Oh, wow. So, like, for all of you, how did you know about these places?
Oh, there you go. I saw, a man told me actually, a guy called Wayne. He told me he's an architect from many, many years ago, and he set up different things in London, and he had an idea about this project in Margate. And I follow him on social media, and I'm always amazed by the things that he comes up with and his ideas with the communities as well. And he works with councils and brings people together, but it was years ago that I saw this.
And has he gone to other places?
No, I think there's lots of different people that work together with him, that work as a community on different projects. It's not just him, but it's a group of them.
What about you? How did you know about this place? Yeah, so it was my mum actually who was watching a TV programme one day about this Hellfire Cave, and it's probably about 8 years ago now. And we were wondering if it was near us, so I thought, okay, let's have a Google, and it was near us, so we thought, why not? Let's go. I was a bit anxious about it, and my mum was like, come on, we've got to go, so that's how I ended up there.
Oh, that's lovely. And it's a nice surprise to sort of find something like that and go.
Yeah, it wasn't like a horror film or anything. That's really good, like you said, it's one of these secrets where, like, none of us knew about it. And the same for you, Katie, like, how did you know? How did you find this place?
Oh, I love finding places all the time. We just drive. Sometimes we just go out one day with my husband, and we'll just say, right, we'll take the next 5 left.
Oh,
something like that.
Brilliant idea.
And we just find the most amazing places that way. Oh, I love that. That's a great idea.
I like that, yeah. Take 5 left.
Or, you know,
5
we'll say left, right, left. But without looking at a map or anything, we just say, why not? Let's see what we can find.
That's brilliant. Yeah, because sometimes I'll look at a map and just click a point and go, okay, let's go there. And obviously I work all over the UK, as you know, for my job, and sometimes I'll just go, okay, what's near here? Let's have a look. What points are coming up on the map? And then I'll go. And I think, okay, let's head there. It's a beautiful place that I wouldn't have known anything about. And there are so many hidden wonders in the UK. And sort of got Wales, a couple of times been there, Scotland. I know there's a few beaches that are just so beautiful. I think we've got like the 5 best beaches in the world.
Wales.
Yeah, I think 2 in Wales, 3 in Scotland, none in England, I don't think. So I was talking to my friend, and they told me that once a year, twice a year, there's a specific time where you've sort of got the east coast of England, sort of like the north and the northeast. So you know we're here in Peterborough, go up sort of a bit, and the way that the sun rises. And there's a specific time every year that you can look across and see the sun disappearing behind you and how it's setting. You can't normally see it. It's just the way that the land is so flat, and it's sort of like an optical illusion of how the sun's rising and how it's setting. It was just one friend told another friend, and I thought, oh, this is beautiful. I'm going to have to do this.
Oh, I need to go. I'm going to try and visit that.
It's only about an hour's drive from here, from Peterborough. Really? Yeah, I don't know if it's April, December, November. It's to do with the sort of the days of the sun rising and falling.
I remember the same. I was on a bus at some point, I think, and we were just travelling along, and I'd gone to Brighton. I go there a lot with my husband. We just love Brighton, and so we thought we'd have a look on the bus and see where we end up, and we just didn't realise that we have Saltsteins over there, which is like an outdoor swimming pool, and we never knew. And so we were like, oh, quick, jumped off the bus, and it was so beautiful. It looked a little bit Art Deco, actually. But obviously, at that time, they were renovating. It's open now. But, oh, it just gave me goosebumps. Like, that was such a popular place to go. And we just happened to jump off the bus and find it. You know, it's lucky. And like you say, just driving and seeing what you find, jumping out and having a look.
Oh, definitely. So it used to be like friends telling you, and sometimes now it's social media, you see something, especially for England, you go, oh, I've never been there. And I suppose you'd add it to your bucket list.
Absolutely.
Have you got places like that?
Yeah, or constantly coming up on social media, and I'm like putting them all on. Yes, I'm always looking for new places to go. I beach. You know, the 100 seals all just came past, and we just happened to be there at the right time, right place. You have to explore. Wow, what a privilege. What a privilege. Wow, how amazing. because the
True.
abroad travel is getting so much more expensive.
Definitely.
But again, it's about investing that in this.
We've got a sensitive cat. Oh, so I'm a Siamese cat, so obviously it looks quite naked. honestly, people say it looks like a rat, and I'm like, hey, it's my cat. But I think like their character, they're very vocal. They've got lots of high needs, like the hygiene needs, like having to wash all the time and clean them. Yeah, because they haven't got their fur. And I feel like they just take up so much time.
That's it, plants aren't everywhere, are they? Yeah, leaves drop all over the place. That's what I find really difficult about maintaining them. I can't look after plants at all. Within 2 weeks, they're dead. That's it. Animals are always coming up to me wanting food, and so they remember. It helps me remember that I need to look after them. Obviously, I love animals as well, and I'm used to talking to them. I talk to them all the time, and they just look at me strangely and give me a little bit of feedback. You know, they give me that facial expression, but I don't get anything from plants.
But what about like a crab? You know, like a Venus flytrap. You know, the plants that look like the crab's claws.
I had a dog before, and I talked to it anyway. You know, we had a great sort of bond. But unfortunately, he passed away, and I felt strange. You know, my house feels empty. I didn't have anyone to talk to. And actually now I have a regular robin that comes to my garden that I feed.
Oh wow!
So I talk to that. I feel silly, but it's nice. You know, I see it. He's like my best friend. He comes in the garden. So I'll name him Robin. Sorry. Robins are also, some people believe that, you know, they could be spirits of people that you've lost in the past. So they're a really special bird.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes, that's very true.
And some people are superstitious of robins as well. Like you say, they believe that somebody, if a robin comes, it's because they're coming to look after you. And I feel like that's the same for some animals. They know when you're going through a difficult time. Yeah, definitely like my cat. So she'll come up to me and sort of pour herself on me and just sort of sit there. And I'll just sit there and stroke her, and that's a really good distraction for when I'm not feeling the best.
That's it. Animals are therapy.
I think animals can really help people.
Yes, they're absolutely therapeutic. They're so helpful, and they're responsive, and they'll respond to alerts as well, and it helps me to know what's going on. Plants can't do that, Nadia.
No.
Oh, but I do love my plants as well. I've got a cheese plant. I don't know if you know, there's really big ones. They sort of fountain over the pot, and I love it. I'm making sure that they're not too wet, but making sure they're watered, and it takes a lot of looking after, but I just love it. I can't have a house without plants. Absolutely couldn't.
Definitely, I agree with you there. Like plants, so safe for me. I'm so busy working, and I'm sort of doing all these different roles and putting all these different hats on, and think, okay, I've got to pause from that for a minute, and then I can feel distracted with a plant. You can often leave them to themselves. You don't have to take full responsibility. And then I feel like that's a bit therapeutic as well. Like you look after them, you check their leaves, say, oh sorry, I've got to look after you for a little bit, are you still okay?
Yeah, you can do that with animals as well. But you stroke them, you feel their fur, you know, and you can see their eyes just looking at you. It makes me feel loved, and you're so cute. So many things from animals.
But animals are a big responsibility in comparison to a plant.
Well, it's the same really. Some plants are very difficult to look after.
It depends.
You know, they don't like too much water, or, you know, not enough. They're dead. Too much water, they're dead. Oh, I feel it very difficult. You have to try and find a way around it. You have to like put them in a tray of water, and they're fine. You have to plan. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah. Animals are a responsibility for you every day of the week. You know, like a plant, you could just leave 2 weeks without water. That's why I think, yeah, plants are all right. I can go away and I don't have to care for them.
Well, I know some people love their plants. They put them all in the bathroom, and, you know, it's fantastic. And they pay people to come and look after their plants. Yeah, no, that would be me. That would be me. Oh, no, I can't do that. As animals, for me, you knowing that they've got that thought process, they're waiting for you to come home or waiting for you to be with them, and they're always excited to see you as well, and just having that relationship is so good. Like, plants don't welcome you in with a hello, do they?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they are waving a leaf at you.
Exactly. They sprout up, they grow, And I haven't even looked at them. All of a sudden
Yeah,
they're
oh,
big.
my little babies have all grown up. It
They
makes me so
started as a little
excited.
shoot and now they're huge. And I'm like, oh, brilliant.
But animals are the same. They are babies, and they
No.
grow. You know, they go from little puppies to big dogs, or very wise hounds. You know, they walk and they're healthy, and that's really healthy as well. Going out for a walk.
Yeah, but like the cats, you can just leave them to themselves. You know, so when you're at the park, you see all these trees and the grass, the flowers. There's always sort of animals and things, sort of
Squirrels.
and squirrels, sort of just wandering between them. It's beautiful, the natural habitat. For me, I've always noticed birds, like magpies. Every time I see one, I salute. I'm like, hello, Mr. Magpie. Yes, you're chatting with the birds, aren't you? You're like,
that's
hello,
true.
hello, Mr. Magpie. I do, I salute them. If there's lots, like I think it's my dad that told me, if you see more than one, it's lucky. Or it means gold or something. So I want more whenever I see one. I'm like, come on, please, where's my luck?
I grew up absolutely loving birds. I loved watching them through binoculars. I had bird books, and my family helped. You know, I had these massive thick books that I'd look through. Now I'm older, I sort of became uninterested through my younger life, and now birds are starting to come back into the garden, and so I've noticed lately there aren't as many. There are some birds, obviously, but it doesn't seem that there's that many. And some may be disappearing, so it's something I'm thinking about again to try and look after. I think it's the same as the bees, isn't it? You know, the sort of dwindling species, there's less around. Yeah, but we need to appreciate the birds and look after them.
So the viewers have written some comments. They're saying some animals, like you feel like you get that response, that feedback, they come back to you. Plants can help you relax. You can just watch them grow. Oh yes, but they sometimes take a long time, don't they? No, but last week I've got is it a snake plant?
Yeah, mother snake.
A mother snake, and it's like all the different sprouts are coming off it now, and it was really, really small. I just put it aside, I left it, and a week later, you know, it's grown like this much. I'm very impressed. And I feel like it's the same. If you look at it, it's not growing. Then you need to try that. Just have a think, okay, which one is going to grow? I really, really want this to grow. And then just don't look. And also, like in the evenings, they love that. Like if you put a film, you could do a time lapse. And you could just see how it grows or opens up and closes down during the night. And then opens back up for the sunlight. It's really fascinating to watch. And honestly, I think you'll be intrigued.
Yeah, they're alive. And that's it, you know. There's a Venus flytraps are also really famous for that, because in the morning they're open and in the night they get closed. So yeah, fascinating. But I always get excited as soon as I see a new sprout. You know, I'm like, oh, I've got a baby, I've got a baby. My husband's sort of asking, what's wrong with me? And I'm going, oh, there's a baby, there's a baby. I'm so excited.
Yes. And yes, that links to this. For example, through the summer, the plants, I feel like it's more of a summer thing, isn't it? Plants and growing and gardening. But one of the comments was animals don't argue back.
Well, some do.
Well, yeah, true. Cats are worse. I
Yeah, give you a
suppose.
swipe.
I can sit down, say my mum opens the door, cat comes in, and she'll just sit there and stare at me. And I'll be like, not yet, it's not time for food yet.
Oh, she's judging you.
And then she'll just really try and rub herself against me, always bothering me until she gets what she wants. You can't say no, she'll keep pouring at you. Is it a teenager?
Yeah, it's exactly like a teenager. Or a toddler. Oh, give up. Go on then.
I'm just like, oh, go on, here's your food. Yeah, so on social media we see a lot of like dogs. You know, when parents go out for work and the dogs are looking for food or creating mischief in the house and they just wreak havoc, don't they? Has that happened with your animals?
Nope, never. My animals are well behaved. So sometimes I'll get home and the kitchen's like a bit of a mess. There'll be something spilled along and the dog's grinning at me with a wagging tail. Well, my plants behave better than that. They never make a mess.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's interesting, isn't it? It's some story to tell.
same, like imagine if you arrive home tired and there's a huge mess that you've then got to clean.
Oh,
What
I think
about
you've got to love both.
No, my cats don't do that. We used to have a dog, and every time we came home, there was this like smell. It's my mum's dog really, and it was just like, come on, and it messes everywhere, and it wasn't pleasant. Cats are fine though, cats don't do that. So somebody said you don't really have time. If you don't have time, it's good. Plants can still grow, they don't need much water. Same like cactus. Cacti, like, you don't need to water them much. Same, yeah?
Yeah, they look after themselves. Yeah, that's what I have. Plants who can not die easily, don't need much maintenance. Yeah, so I've got cactuses. So everything else I try just fails, they just die on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, some plants are very sensitive.
Yeah, like so each of you, and say everybody has their own preferences. You know what could work for you depending on what your work schedule is, how often you're at home. I think a lot of people, plants that don't need much maintenance are useful to have around.
Yeah, and I mean everybody has different lifestyles, don't they? It's not like you would just match with all sorts of dogs. You have to find the one that matches your personality, what you do at home. And it's the same as plants, I think. So whoever you are, you just need to find out what suits you.
Oh, definitely. So we've said animals.
Not at the moment.
You don't have. So yeah, like if you went on holiday, what do you do when you've got your animals? Now, we don't really go on holiday. We just have somebody who'll come and stay with the pet if we're out, you know, for a week or something. Somebody house sits. They're never left alone.
Yeah, that's lucky. Yeah, we have family or friends, or I just take them with me. You know, we go on holiday, normally just travelling around the UK, and the dog comes with.
So I remember I'd been given a 3-month work project, and I was able to take my plant with me. It was brilliant, like honestly, I took it.
What, you just took them with you on the train?
Yeah, I sat them there like a human.
Fancy.
I put a belt around them in the front seat of the car, I could smell it, and it was just brilliant. It just made me happy. I loved having them with me.
I think that is what I like about plants. I love the smell of a good plant. Yeah, there's something about it, and it just makes you feel different, doesn't it?
Same as lavender. Oh, the smell. Always, like every time I see a bush of lavender, I have to give it a sniff of it. Like same in the garden.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so you've got indoor plants, outdoor plants in your garden, especially now with the climate. Like obviously today's boiling, but some plants are okay, some aren't doing too well at the moment.
Well, I think British plants are really different, isn't it, from hot weather? Because hot weather plants are sort of used to it, but I think ours are more low maintenance because they can get through lots of different sorts of weather. But lots of people sort of sell flowers that are really pretty, and they do die easily because they need a lot of looking after. Some plants are really good in this weather, but things with lots and lots of flowers are very hard to look after.
Oh, definitely. Like you said, like how the climate's changing, and we used to have plants that would be perfect. Okay, that's perfect for hot weather, we can use that.
Yeah. I think you just need to make sure we're looking after it, and that's it. Through the winter you need to look after I don't do that. I just think during the winter some of my plants die and I buy new ones.
It's the same, like you have to think like the balms and other types of plants, some of them die and then you think, okay, I'll have to buy another one, and then all of a sudden it's re-sprouted and it's re-thrived, and I'm like, okay, perfect, let's take some cuttings off that and keep it going for a bit longer.
That's it. I think sometimes they do just find a way to survive, don't they? Obviously some don't, but you have to think about what is going to survive and look into it and buy the right one.
Yeah, the one thing that I can never forget, so we had a garden, a really long garden with some plants down the side, and it was really red, like some poppies. And I thought, oh, okay. And I realised it's the birds that were dropping the seeds there. And that's a natural process of it happening, because we hadn't planted them. It's just the birds going and feeding in them, and then they're dropping them as they're flying, or they're setting
Or it's coming
down.
out in their poo as well. Because birds will eat the seeds and then they'll poo it out when they'll still have the seeds there complete.
Oh wow, I was going to say that.
I know I buy some things for like seeds for the birds, and I realise as well that the birds are eating them and they're sort of falling off the bird table. Like artichoke seeds. It's a little bit like a flower, but it was from the seeds up there that I put out for the birds. And some of them were just tipped off the bird table and started growing. It was amazing. I'd never even thought about it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It really, really is beautiful, isn't it? I think it's so interesting. The same like out on streets and things. And sometimes it's so bare, and I think the councils should just put down some seeds. And you're not allowed. I think it'd be great if like I could put down some. It'd be beautiful if you had sort of wildflowers and plants just growing at the sides.
That's good, yeah.
Some places have done that. It's worth a look.
And I think a lot of places, the council are doing less
Oh,
mowing
yeah.
and allowing wildflowers to grow a little bit more, and it just looks beautiful. Because actually a lot of weeds, they can be really beautiful. They have flowers on. And
so-
also,
Yeah, sorry, you can eat some of them in salads. Like dandelions?
like dandelions, yeah, you can eat those.
And it's same like some other pieces. Like cuttings as well. You've got to be careful. Don't ever take a cutting from low down where dogs have sort of weed or pooed on them. But you can get cuttings higher up and sort of cook and boil the plants.
I don't understand why they're still cutting though, because you could just ask people around to help look after it and cut it off. And I think sometimes people don't mow the actual weeded area where there's should be clean streets, but the council could work with us and create really nice green spaces. Oh yeah, they should really like work with us and throw wild seeds around.
So in the wild and see all the trees, beautiful, isn't it? Have you ever been a tree hugger?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I
have.
Don't know why. I just thought, I felt like in the moment, the smell, the scent. Sometimes there's that sound, and you just give it a hug, and you get that sensory feeling.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's something like in a forest. It's like a bit of an escape. Oh yeah, best therapy ever.
I think there's a word actually, it's an English phrase. It's called tree bathing, so it's like sunbathing, but you just lay under a tree and you just look up at it, and that's just beautiful.
Oh yeah, I just daydream. You just look at the trees and. So we're talking about communication. So you've got the trees. They're basically communicating with each other, aren't they? The way their
Yeah, they
canopies
do.
go and the roots go and join up with each other underneath the ground. It's impressive.
Yeah, very therapeutic. And I think it's interesting, like when trees are struggling and they've not had enough, they reach underneath and reach each other, or they reach their canopies overhead and actually reach out to each other for more. And they never quite touch. It's really interesting.
You've got lorries and buses. Sometimes you have to have a really strange shape cut out, or they've grown around it because of it. And so you've got to be careful.
Yeah, or maybe they're staying back. They're like, oh, that's hurting actually. Pull my branches back in. It's amazing, isn't it? Are they cut or are they retreating?
It's the same, like with people now, phones, and being on your phones all the time. People have indents in their little fingers. What if that's what the tree's doing because of the lorries and buses going
Well,
past?
We need to learn more from trees, don't we?
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? It's such a natural thing. Like you said with magpies, saying hello, you've got the birds, the plants, the animals. Everything's alive. I think we just need to keep that conversation going and that connection with nature. So obviously now we're in 2025, and I think we're a bit concerned about climate change, trees dying, animals disappearing.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's what we said. The birds dwindling. and the trees, and just makes us wonder, doesn't it? And the bees, but there definitely feels like there's fewer around. That's it. And through our generation, you know, and evolution, you think the animals and the trees have actually been here a lot longer than we have. We need to look after them.
Recently there was a white rhino. Did you see? They're now fully extinct.
Yeah, the last one's gone.
And yeah, basically there was a female left, but there's no males to be able to breed with. And that was quite shocking to think that is going to be extinct.
But to be fair now, they're doing a lot of conservation projects and work around trying to preserve. So I think we are more aware, and it's more of a popular topic that, you know, we do need to save some of the animals out there.
Thank you so much for this conversation, this discussion. I hope everybody's loved watching it. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for watching. So we'll be back on the 15th of August with 3 new guests with a huge new topic. It's Festival and Fringe. We're celebrating culture and creativity. I look forward to seeing you then. Just want to say again a huge thank you to the whole team, the interpreters who are here off screen, and CDA as well. The CDA don't just do live streams, they do community events, drop-ins, pub meets, social events. Have a look on social media at their list of upcoming events. I also want to say a huge thank you to Bewitched Coffee, where we are here today, for giving us this space to be able to film, and for you, thank you so much everyone for watching. Bye.
Bye.